my main focus right now is working on being kind to myself when it comes to art in general.
Oh, I'm glad she's taking care of herself and not working too hard. I was worried about her for a little bit there, but I'm glad that she's sorting herself out now, yeah. It's really important to rest and everything. I'm glad she's resting. Oh, you would think that!
Right, so because I can't take my own bloody advice, I want to start this video by saying, please don't push yourself, because it's never fun. You'd think that my absence was due to the animatic that I just put out, but no. Nope, I finished that, somehow, in 1 day. Basically, 3 days after I posted that mermaid video, I had such a huge burnout that I was unable to draw for an entire 2 months without feeling exhausted. I've only recently got back into even taking commissions again and working on my own independent projects. I went through a lot of hardship and a lot of grief, and it just wasn't a fun time, but I finally got to a point where I can do art again comfortably. But before I could get to that point, and before that was able to happen, I needed to do something that was purely for me. So I threw caution to the wind and started designing something very self-indulgent. For those who don't follow my Instagram, I recently reached 500 followers, which really meant a lot to me. Thank you, that's... wow. I decided to try my hand at doing a Draw This in Your Style challenge and created a demon/monster girl that people could draw. I had never tried to design a character like this before. It was always a very intimidating thing to me, so I always put it off, but always secretly kinda wanted to do it. And to my surprise, it came to me strangely easily. I mean, I'm not really sure what happened. It was like the stars aligned and my hand just flowed out with the ease of a spring river. I wanted her to be cute and sweet, but also kinda terrifying at the same time. Her debut was in July, but I'm drawing these pieces just before October, so I definitely think that her resurgence is because of the upcoming spooky season and it was, rubbing off on me a bit. I think the multiple eyes are very important to her design. It's the most striking thing about her, and I think that's where a little bit of her spooky aspect came in. I couldn't decide whether I wanted her to just have, the third eye in her forehead or another set entirely. So I thought, what the heck? The more the merrier, 7 eyes it is! Ooh, and let's give her sclera a darker colour as well, to make her extra cool and unnerving. So, this is Ophelia, or Fee for short. I was so happy with how she turned out that, she's actually become one of my favourite new characters. Although, at the same time, I know that I won't draw her too often because her design's very not usually what I go for. There's a little too much, it's a little too complicated. It's definitely a very self-indulgent character that I created. She really is a mix of everything that I love. There's the cute pastel colours, there's the cute pastel clothes, the cute bouncy hair, the cute round features. It's basically just a bunch of cute, colourful stuff that I absolutely adore, all mushed into one character. And just looking at her, you can tell how much fun I had. Everything about her character was extremely self-indulgent, and I'm glad that I let myself be that selfish in my art. It was just a good time all around. Her eyes and their placement were especially fun. The two-toned irises and the pupil shapes make her look even more otherworldly, and they were so much fun to come up with. Fee herself is a very California dreaming kind of girl. She's peppy and upbeat, wearing cute crop tops and various shorts and skirts, a lot of heels and platform shoes, accessories galore. But that doesn't mean that she's a total ray of sunshine. I also see her having quite the temper and a very sharp tongue. If you make her mad, you'll be getting a lot more than a few scathing remarks. I also gave her ram horns and fangs, because of reasons. The piece that I did for my Draw This in Your Style Regardless of the fact that I'm not actually very proud of that drawing anymore. I mean, what is that arm doing? It really showed the more cute side of her. It showed the character that strangers see, an adorable young woman who's sweet and shy and couldn't possibly have any ulterior motives. So when I drew her again, I wanted to show off her more unnerving side. I wanted her to look threatening, like the way she's looking down on you in this pose with that smirk. It just really reminds me of the plastics from Mean Girls. I think she gives off the same kind of energy. You know, the prettiest poison there is. Part of me is still upset that I ended up not drawing her fangs again, because I really like teeth. I just love drawing her lips too much. I showed the original sketches of Fee to my partner, who instantly fell in love with her, and rushed off to design a beautiful goth girlfriend to pair her with, because we all live that kind of aesthetic. My partner is one of my biggest inspirations when it comes to a lot of things, so I'm always so excited to see their art. Her character designs never disappoint, and so of course Fee's girlfriend was no exception. Iris gives off a sense of gravitas and power, just what you'd imagine from a demon goth girlfriend. Her sophisticated look and piercing eyes with those dynamic 3 bold bottom lashes, oh, they're so striking. And the cool blue of her skin is a wonderful complement to Fee's warm pink. And also her body markings are just so pretty, and they add some really nice detail, as well as tying in some more gold from her colour palette. She really just does have a beautiful design. Also, she has huge... Till now, I never thought that I would be able to draw demon designs and still make them look coherent. You know, let alone have 2 very non-human characters that I adore to the point of wanting to draw them this much. You only see 3 of them here, but I have even more sketches of them that I plan to make into digital pieces when I have the time, and I cannot wait to get to them. Even just drawing the little differences between Fee and Iris it gives me the spark of joy that I've been lacking after my huge burnout period. I found myself really reveling in making a design with elements that I'd always loved, but was always too afraid to try out. I was always worried that styles like that characters like that wouldn't work in my style. But look at me now! Let me draw demon girlfriends! And really, I think that's what I needed. Once again, I was stuck in a huge rut through burnout, and I had to do something completely different in order to reset myself. It let me get some stuff out of my system so I could go back to work. I mean, just look at Iris's gorgeous eyes and the long flowing hair with her full lips and her beautiful tusks. I never thought that I would enjoy drawing tusks so much, but by God, I love it. And Fee, look at those multi-toned eyes, the smirk with the blue lipstick and the holes in the teeth. Teeth, look at the teeth! My dream is to be able to draw teeth to the standard that I really want, so that others can look at my art and say, "Oh, you're one of those artists." You know the kind I'm talking about. Talking about the actual process of these pieces for a sec, you'll see that I brought in the sketches from my sketchbook, which is something that I do pretty often for my fully coloured pieces. I find it an easier process since I do a lot of sketches and thumbnails in my sketchbook already, so taking the cleanest one from there and working on the line art once I've brought it into my digital program, or taking in the sketch, then refining the sketch on top before then moving on to the line art, for me it's a lot more of a streamlined system to have than just having something in my sketchbook and trying to transfer it all over from scratch. If you've been an artist for as long as I have, well, you try and find as many shortcuts as you can. You ain't got time to be working on transferring over a sketch from sight. If you have a photo and you have a scanner and you have layers, you might as well just go in over the top. Cut all the corners you can, I say. I will admit that I did cop out a bit with the backgrounds here, but I really wanted to focus on the character details, especially since these were drawings to ease me back into doing art. If I had tried anything more complicated with this, I think I wouldn't have been able to have as much fun with it as I did. I don't think I would have even ever finished them. Despite the simple backgrounds, though, I did try out some dramatic lighting, which I think really helped the look of them as, far as making them look more like intimidating beauties. I know for a fact that I'll be drawing these girls again, they're just too fun. There's something about demon designs that I've always really loved. I follow so many artists on Instagram that have so many wonderful monster girl designs and demon girl designs with just horns and different facial features and different, just the way, I really like monsters. I can't say that, that'll incriminate myself. These gals have been up on my Instagram for a while now, so please go check them out if you like. You'll also see over there that I've already started my new project, which I'll be making a YouTube video about in the coming weeks. There are links to my Instagram and my Etsy in the video description, and my commission info is also on my Instagram, if you're interested. I hope you're having a lovely time wherever you are, and please remember to take care of yourself. Don't worry, you're going to be amazing. Stay safe, everyone.